Okay. I'm in the studio. Get these earbuds on. These earbuds. So we can see what's going on. See how many of you guys are awake. Should be. All that crazy going on in America. Should be awake. Let's see here. Alright, so hopefully you get on the feed. Please drop a comment real quick in the live feed so I know that my audio is clean. If you can hear me, just say something for me. Let me know. We got some good audio. And we're going to get into the topic as soon as a couple of you guys get on here. If somebody could chime in real quick. Hey, is it Nikki? What's up? From Tennessee? You're the only 10 I see, Nikki. What's up? Miss Cherry's in the house. What it do like? Huh? Hey, mic check. It's good, right? Awesome. Okay, so y'all can hear me? Great. So happy about that. All right. Y'all piling in here. Let's jump in here. All 10 of us. Let me see. Let's see if another couple of peoples will drop in and then we'll get started. Got to get that alkaline water. Got to get it. This is high quality H2O right here. Mm. Got to get the system flushed out. Got to keep that water. Keep it coming. All right, cool. About 7 of us in here. All right. I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm not gonna spend too much time today because I gotta get out of here. So I'm gonna try to run this for about 30 minutes or less. See, Marie's in the house. Moderator, act silly. She'll chop your feed off. All right, not your feet, your feed. Chop your feed off. All right. So, I'm sure y'all want to know. Some of y'all might already know why there's no shootings in Vietnam, and then we're gonna get past that real quick, and then we'll get going with this some more Vietnam information that you may want to know about. So, reason why there's no shootings in Vietnam is because firearms are illegal. I'm a big gun guy though, so it's not really a problem though. I just like doing the sports shooting. I don't know if y'all know my old videos, um, but I did a lot with weaponry and stuff like that. So it's a great sport as far as I'm concerned. Um, Great way to if you like collecting things, a great way to collect certain things. Also, it's a great investment buying, equipment like that. You hold it; it don't really never deplete in value unless you just bought it at some absurdly high price for some crazy reason, like, oh, we're gonna outlaw the guns, and so everybody runs and goes and buys one. That's not really when you want to go buy. You want to buy when everybody needs money, and then you go buy a lot cheaper. But anyway, um, yeah, no weapons are allowed here. The police have, you'll see some police officers in the bigger cities, they'll just have revolvers on. And then the military, you'll see them posted up at certain installations, high end installations in the city too. So they'll have like some AKs or something on, but really everything looks antique looking, like it's just been kept up for about the last 40 years and they still using it kind of stuff. And maybe that's just their tactic to make people think, oh, we ain't got nothing, but they really got some stuff in the armory. But yeah, gun stuff. Now the bad guys, just like anywhere else in the world, bad guys they still get the guns over here. Yeah, you just because they're illegal don't mean that people ain't gonna get them. So they still get them over here. Matter of fact, I know one guy that has one, and so it's not that you can't. It's just that they illegal. So, if you one of the people that, oh, I think they should outlaw certain handguns. Well, just like they say, the bad guys gonna have them. They still gonna get them. So you never gonna uh, just because they outlaw something doesn't mean that it can't still be used against you. Plus, over in America, it's so many on the streets. I don't know how they gonna do that. The only way to do that, you'd have to starve people and then say, "Yo, we got when you hungry, We got some food for you. You turn in your weapons, we give you free food. Then people would do that. They ain't gonna let their children sit there and starve to death. And they got a room full of guns, so they got ways to get them from you. If it didn't start something. But y'all heard about real quick. Y'all heard about the shooting in where was it? I forgot the state it was in. Somebody throw that up on the screen for me. I know y'all know. They shot supposedly 3 black people got shot by a white racist individual. That same MO thing playing out. Where was that? Florida. Okay, that's the stand your ground spot, huh? Yeah, they trying to break them down. So if you look between the lines, I'll talk about this for a hot second, then we'll get into some real estate talk for Vietnam. I won't be able to cover everything, but I'll cover enough so y'all get an idea. Okay, Jacksonville. So y'all know they running the narrative: white against black, black against white. My opinion, my personal opinion, and my opinion only, is they just trying to set it off. Y'all know they got special ops operations. That's what that's their ops operations. They got special operations going on all over the world. Anytime they destabilize a country, y'all go check on their tactics. These are some of the tactics they use. Race wars. They pit one group against the other, or they already got it running in that direction, so they add the fuel to the fire with it. So I'm not saying that this event didn't happen, but they do events like this all over the world. Y'all watch the movie. Y'all watch what was Tom Cruise Mission Impossible. If you watch the storylines to all these little spy movies, they tell you exactly how they get down. And y'all think that's just, oh, that's a great movie. No, they're really disclosing. It's disclosure. The movies are disclosure to the populace that we told you this is how we do. So don't be surprised. Don't say you didn't know. You was in the movie. You bought the ticket. You ordered it on Netflix, on and so forth. So if you look at some of the tactics they use to take over different regions or to control it better, they control through chaos. So at some point, I'm sure they're trying to tip the hat a lot further to one side so things can, they're going to set it off. All that stuff with Trump, and now, you're going to see more. Unfortunately, you're going to see more headlines. Now, if you don't personally know the individuals who they name off on the news, all these different shootings, all these different racial, attacks and stuff like. Now, I'm not saying it don't happen. Y'all know I know better than that. I ain't naive. I ain't no spring chicken. I've been around here for a hot second. So I've had some situations in the States that I had to deal with using my wisdom, of course, because I ain't going to let you get me all hemmed up. I'm not going to do it. My dad always taught me, you get yourself in more trouble in 30 seconds than you'll get out of in 30 years. And that's absolutely true. You do something stupid in 30 seconds, be 30 years of your life gone. You be living behind some bars somewhere. So the whole point I'm trying to make on my optics of the situation, it's not just this situation. You see how long our attention span is for stuff? Y'all might not remember all the other mass shootings or this, that, or the other. You know what I'm saying? You might not remember that. You might not be. They just emotionalize each story, and they put it. It's like a pinprick. You put it right there on the right spot, and it hurts. It makes you jump. But after so long of doing it, it makes you numb to it, and you don't see no big deal in it. It's no alarm. It's just like another fed up story of either the gun is the bad guy or the bullet is. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I watched a news thing on that shooting. They always do this. Watch, they always do this. Yes, and the gunman had lots of ammo, AR-15, and a pistol. It's like, okay, so that's the trigger word right there. When you hear a news clip talking about an AR, the model of weapon they use, you need to pay attention to, looking in between the lines, because that's the catch phrase. They're trying to demonize that one weapon because with the magazine capacity, it has a lot of how should I say, you can do a lot with it in the field. So of course, if some other faction or whoever was gonna come against you one day, they wouldn't want you to have a bunch of those. In other words, they wouldn't want you to be armed that way. So of course, people always dropping, oh, it was this style weapon, it was this, it was this. You don't see a lot of news clips about people that kill somebody with a brick, with a pole, with a piece of rebar, with a 2x4 or a hammer. You don't see a lot of that, but they will tell you it's what kind of. So they didn't know the gunman's name. They can't tell you that or show you a picture, but they can tell you the equipment he had and what he was wearing. Ain't that something? That's really like, come on, for real. You tell me, but now I'm gonna be honest with you. I got white viewers and I got brown, I got black, I got all kind of viewers. So y'all know I'll get down with everybody. We good, we good. If we not, we not. We just, you go your way, I go my way. Ain't no big deal. But now, if that was a black shooter, it would have been a manhunt. Okay, they'd have had his picture or her picture on the front. Know everything about him. They surround the house. There's an exchange of gunfire and this happened and we got him. That's typically the MO. The flip side is, the Caucasian shooters or the white shooters seem like, they always kill themselves. How's that? Why they always kill themselves? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of odd that it's kind of that same narrative playing over and over and over again. And if you notice some of the if you notice a lot of you have to really be paying attention. And there's people out there in America to do it. They document all of these crimes all over, and they start looking in the background of the news videos when they always show like a SWAT team in green fatigues or got their SWAT suits on and everything. They pick out the same actors in other disasters. Just like the cat over there in the Maui fires, the sheriff, he was the same sheriff that was in was it Texas? Where is he from? He's from somewhere in America. What happened? It was another shooting at that concert, and the dude, no, Las Vegas. My bad, it wasn't Texas, Las Vegas. The dude was up in the hotel shooting down at people and all that stuff. So the sheriff, I think that's the same cat. Y'all double check it. Y'all can vet it. But the same sheriff over there is the same dude that's the sheriff now in Maui. You know what I'm saying? So you got the same characters running around in a lot of this same stuff. So y'all just, I guess I just brought that up just because my opinion is that some of the stuff is still a lot of shock and awe. It's a lot of shock and awe therapy treatment to the populace, to the point to where when they're ready to make it snap, make that rubber band pop, they'll just pull it tighter and you'll already be there and it'll pop and it'll just snap. No more give left. That's what I think. Y'all can throw on here what y'all's thoughts are about some of this because, oh, yeah, he's sheriff and medical examiner. Dang. Probably the county clerk, and notary, and everything else. That's crazy. And the medical examiner. That's just too convenient, y'all. Come on, that's a little too touchy, close for me. He's sheriff and medical. Dang, Jim, that's a trip. Yeah, so they trying to jump stuff off all the time. So all I can say is my positive spin on it is don't fall for it. Don't fall for the hokey doke. They showing us new stuff. And to be honest, see that, and I'm not for Trump. Don't get me wrong. I just certain things ring out with with his crazy mayhem acting. So it's fake news. It's fake news. In reality, it is. It's all scripted, and the news know that. But it's a lot of people out there still believe that they getting fed some kind of reality that's real. And really, most of the news medias are reading the same script from state to state, city to city. They all saying the same thing. So just imagine how I'm gonna use a Trump word, ginormous, how ginormous the agencies or the organizations are that run all of that scripting and studio work, and they just like they can make a $100 million film. You don't think that entities higher up than that don't have big, you know, big institutions all over the place that's running all these narratives and films and flicks and documentaries and everything else, all at the same time. Even them telling you about history and Egyptian history and all that stuff, showing lighter color Egyptians that wasn't in Africa. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain stuff that just only makes sense, and it don't make sense. But if they keep showing you the don't make sense long enough, it'll start making sense to you. And that's when you tell a lie long enough, it'll become the truth. And that's typically what happens. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to get on. Yeah, yeah, you got to be for the truth. Uh, but the truth ain't for you. That's what they doing. That's what they're saying. The truth ain't for you. Yeah, it should be about the truth. Uh, but they trying to twist it so tight where people don't know what the truth is. You don't have it. So you're gonna have a generation that don't have a truth. So that's a little scary, or the truth is gonna be something that me and you know ain't the truth. But that's what they selling on these narratives. They selling a lot of different aspects of the new development of the new truths later. The only thing you can do about that is start fashioning your mind, like I always say, running your own narrative. If everybody was running their own narrative all over the world, it wouldn't be no other narratives getting in there. At some point, a lot of the colonial powers that exist now that took over a lot of areas, uh, Britain, England, it's just America's extension of that. It's in history. Ain't that, that's why the flags are similar. That's why they're the same colors. Just the lines on the British flag are a little different direction than the American flag, but it's all the same stuff. That's why I keep telling y'all, like politicians, they all on the same team. Oh, he's an outsider. He's a this or that. You can't get in there if you're an outsider. You know, you might your character on the script might be the outsider, but you on the script. So ain't no it really ain't no, you ain't voting. You're not voting any good into anything. I mean, you should save your energy and vote for yourself, vote for your family, put a ballot box in front of your house. Who you voting for? Let your kids vote for you or something. Do something constructive. Cause all that other, oh, the voter ID laws, they shouldn't have voter ID laws. You shouldn't. Oh, what? You shouldn't be able to show. You shouldn't have to show your ID. Okay, wait. You have to show your ID to buy liquor and a pack of cigarettes, but you shouldn't show your ID to vote on the so-called future of the country you live in. See, that's a twisted thing. Like, who would think that you could just vote for something that changes the way things are uh, if you don't have an ID verifying that you are somebody in that country that votes? So that means that somebody could put a bunch of money in a bunch of people's hands. People coming across the border. Huh? What? What happened? People coming, how many millions coming through there? Oh, y'all give them new T-shirts, a cell phone, and a bus ticket. Isn't that a form of payment? So they don't need an ID, right? And then they just show up in mass. How you think that's what they aiming at? That's what they really trying to say. Yo, we don't want this voter ID law because we can't get all these people in here to vote for us. If it's not changed back where you don't need an ID. So anyway, I don't know. I'll just be rambling and running around the corner and coming right back. But I guess the whole moral of the story is run your own narrative, run your own campaigns, run your own special operations, and fortify you, because that's what they doing, putting each group against each group. And at the end of the day, it's just going to be a negative for all them groups, all the people. And politricians, they going to still be doing the same, getting on the jet, going to play golf, taking 2 weeks off when the country's falling apart, going to the spa while people's houses burn down, and falling up the stairs trying to get on Air Force One, stuff like that. The same thing gonna just keep happening. So you might as well spend your time doing some other things. Let's talk about this Vietnam thing real quick. What time it be? All right. Okay. So 11, I got time to run over there and run back. Okay, cool. So out of that stuff, out the skillet into the frying pan. So let's talk about the opportunities in Vietnam real briefly on real estate, so y'all can be made aware. I got the little, I got the headline news out of the way, I guess. Now let's get into this stuff about Vietnam. Uh, it's something funny. You can see Marie. Something funny, keep it moving, keep the party moving, keep the lights on. All right, so Vietnam, land, real estate. Yeah, if you was over here, you could get into it as a foreigner. You can invest. You can work through brokers. The real estate game don't work the same as it does in the States. However, they have laws for foreigners, specifically for foreigners, how you can buy real estate and then how long you get to own it. So they got a 50-year term where you get to actually own a lot of different types of real estate. Now, if your spouse is a Vietnamese national, then of course you just purchase through them, and it's you got it the normal way. Um, there is a tax on property, but they don't have the law that if you don't pay your property taxes in 3 years, your house goes up for auction at the courthouse. They don't have that over here. That's why people aren't necessarily. It's not a lot of homelessness in Vietnam, because in the villages, so people move to the cities, right? The kids, they come to work, make money, go to school, whatever, and then they parents still live back home, hours away. And some, we call it a village, but it's like another city, but just small cities, okay? Where they would cultivate, do the rice fields, and they got cows and all kind of stuff. They do farming, a lot of farming. So their little house back there been paid for, right? At some point, my wife had told me about her dad. So the government, after the war, they started giving people land. It's almost like when the colonists came to America and they started doing the $5 Indian stuff and selling people the land for very cheap amounts or little or nothing. So in Vietnam, they was giving the land away back in the 40s and stuff. Or not after the Vietnam War, that was 60. After World War II or something, they started giving people land. So go plot your piece of land, mark it out, and then we'll come document how much you got and what you're doing, and then that's yours. Literally, that's what they was doing. So people here in the villages, their land can't be taken. I mean, the government can come get it and use it. Now, their government will force people off of land. I hear now they buy them out if they want it. They don't move them like they used to. Just get you out of there. They go ahead and try to buy it for a reasonable amount, and then you go on to move if you want to. But most of the time, the people they never get rid of those houses. Like the fathers, the mothers that have a house, they never get rid of it. They always just have it, and they leave it to the kids. And typically, the kids, when they get the housing, they don't sell it. That's their parents' house. They keep it in the family, and at the least, they go back every year during Tet or whatever holiday they have, and then they go put the incense and got the pictures of their ancestors and stuff, and they pray to them and do that. They do what's called a celebrate for their ancestors all the time. So they keep those houses. So the real estate game over here is different because people don't really sell because they hard up for some money. If they sell, it's just because they sell them. It's not really, I'm hard up for cash. Some people are hard up for cash right now, as far as they bought too many properties a couple of years ago, and then the market slowed down. We're in the slowdown period right now. So this is the best time to buy. We got a couple of people that's trying to sell some lots, and we just kind of waiting on them a little bit. It was like 26,000, 27,000, and then now it's 24. And then I said, well, just wait a little bit, throw an offer at them for like 20, and see if they come pop up to 21. Get that bad boy for 21. But right now it's a buyer's market for anybody who would want to invest because now the price has kind of slid down. Will it come back? Of course, of course. That's how they do it. It always do. Come back, and then when you holding, when your come up is there, that's when you capitalize on it. So you can buy houses here, you can buy condos, you can buy villas, you can buy land, you can buy apartments. Uh, so it just depends on where you would want to purchase. If you like living in a big city, then you check out the big city landscape. If you want to live out from a big city, like a minor city, but still got some action, but still you can go chill and relax. Plenty of that around here. Just to give you an example, land is more expensive over here than houses sometimes. You in the right location, you could pay $150,000 for a lot, just a rectangular lot. And when you build, it's gonna be straight up and straight down. Your house might be a little long, but it'd be straight like a shotgun house. Okay, that's the typical structure of housing over here. They build up, not out. So a lot could be 150,000. You build a new 3-story house on there, it might only cost you 80 to build it. So the labor's cheap over here, really cheap. Like, I mean, I'm getting like brickwork and granite work done at prices you can't even imagine. Like, no way they can do that. That's not possible. So as far as getting work done, craftsmanship stuff and people to build, oh man, it's so cheap. It's unreal. It's really unreal. You can build a really nice house with a swimming pool, like a not really a swimming pool, but like a swimming lane. Put a jacuzzi, whatever, in the back. In the front, you can have like a courtyard. They don't have a grass over here. I mean, there's grass over here, but they don't put sod down when they build a house over here. Okay, the sod and grass in America must have been the idea to keep consumption of fuel up because you got to keep cutting the grass every week to keep it up. You buy more gasoline. A lot of countries, you don't have grass to cut. Ain't no grass in your yard unless you just want some. They have a lot of trees over here, a lot of landscape, a lot of beautiful trees you can put all up in your house. They got them little Japanese looking trees they grow. Those are real expensive. Them little, I forget what they call them, but those are very expensive. But people decorate over here real nice with real trees and real landscape. A lot of trees they plant are fruit trees too. So you actually have fruit trees at your spot dropping off fruit. But the landscape for real estate, I mean, there's a lot of new development going on here like you cannot believe. So you have to watch it and kind of have an open mind, like, okay, are they just dumping money to put it somewhere because they know something's coming too? Or are they really building out because they know, there's going to be an influx of people coming from China, coming from some other countries, or tourism, or, more foreigners are flocking over here, which is the case. So they building out here in Ho Chi Minh City and Saigon. I mean, you look across the skyline and you got high rises everywhere. You got apartment buildings galore. I mean, it's people everywhere around here. Money everywhere on the streets. Plenty of economy. They say it's down a little bit. It's like a little slow, but that would be, like GDP type numbers. Like, but would it be slow for me or you if we were on the street with a small business? Maybe not. I don't need all the customers in Vietnam to come to my store. I just need the ones I need to make my profit. So maybe not. You got the right product, yeah. So you can rent a lot of buildings here pretty inexpensively. So, if you're renting like a commercial building, a building on a main street, you might pay some hefty rent. It could be $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month for a nice spot. But your traffic count would be so ridiculous, you'd be like, whoa, I might be able to get that, and by the end of the week, I got that much in sales coming that week. So that's why there are a lot of spots for rent in different places, and the city life is so busy, you're going to have so much traffic on your street. It would just be about how you position yourself or what it is you have. And if that's something people need and want, they're going to come up in there. Very good economy on the street economy over here. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to start a business. If you don't have the money to get a building to rent for a business, you can do a street vendor type business, and you don't have to get no license. You don't have to get no permits and stuff. You just, if somebody lets you set up in front of their spot, you set up, literally, and you sell whatever it is you're selling. No health department, and they say it's good. There's pros and cons to this. No health department is going to come by and inspect your thing and then tell you yay or nay. Most of Vietnam, that's not going to happen. So if you had a hot dog stand selling New York style hot dogs or Chicago style hot dogs in Vietnam, where they don't have a lot of that, you would have a one of a kind thing, and you could park that in front of somebody else's real estate, pay them a little something every month, and then when you finish at the end of the night, you close it up and go on about your way. It's a lot of opportunities like that over here because the real estate game ain't the same as America. Um, and actually, over here, that the way the culture is, when they rent you a building, you're gonna have that building that's going straight up. So it'll have a floor, 2 floors, 3 floors, 4 or 5 floors, literally. So in Saigon, the rent is higher because you've got a lot heavier populace here. A lot more. All the foreigners come here first, mainly, and Hanoi. They come here, probably Hanoi, and then they venture out from there. Those would be the two probably big cities they fly into first, and then you go out from there. So Saigon has crazy real estate. You can buy an apartment here as an investment, right? And then rent it out to foreigners. You Airbnb it. Literally, you could you invest 150 grand, 100,000, whatever whatever the price is, and then you just do nothing but rent those out. So people that have excess capital that's trying to put it into something to get a higher return than what they get in the bank, which would be nothing right about now, a couple of percent or two. Um, they get a better ROI on their on their money investing. You can invest in overseas real estate if you got the right information and somebody kind of help you. It's not that big of a deal. But if you were to try to do it by yourself and you don't know anything, it's impossible. It just ain't gonna happen. But there's a lot to do over here. You can sell real estate for companies. There's not a lot of Americans over here selling real estate. There's some big companies over here selling real estate. I'm talking about billion dollar companies, and they got a lot of projects going on, and they're trying to sell to foreigners. But guess what? They don't have foreign sales staff to sell these villas. They $5 million, $10 million villas, golf course, and all that kind of stuff. So there are a bunch of opportunities over here. People are always asking me like, okay, so I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to make no money and this, that, and the other. I mean, it's money to make. You can work for a company. You could teach English. You could work for a company that's doing the real estate thing and be one of the probably a handful of foreigners who actually do that. And your market would be the rest of the world around you, trying to get them to come here and buy. So those opportunities are around everywhere. Big opportunities. So there are jobs. If you get on LinkedIn and look up Vietnam, you'll see postings for all kinds of jobs over here. Companies need foreigners, they don't need Vietnamese. They're looking for foreigners. So a lot of opportunities there. If you gotta have a job and you feel more comfortable that way, I think there's plenty of opportunity as far as jobs over here, but I'm not looking for one, so I haven't looked lately to see what's going on. But when I did, it's quite a bit that you can get into over here. So the real estate game is open. The market's down. You can buy, you can rent cheaper right now. Stuff that was 600 a month, probably get for 450 a month. Stuff that was 500 a month, you're getting for 350 a month, and so on and so forth. 1,000, probably 700 now, because the market's down. And people did buy, just like 2008 in America. They didn't have a market crash like that, but they had something similar. I think where the government induced something that injected something into the market. They made a law where if Vietnamese people have more than so many properties, they get charged a big tax. So what they were trying to do was slow the real estate boom down before it outpaced the market and caused a crash. So they kind of counter crashed it themselves, I think, by making that because it slowed everything down because everybody had bought. People had a lot of properties, and I know one female, she got all kinds of money right now. Uh, Shoot, at the time I talked to her, she still had like 50 properties over here. Yeah, rolling hard like that. So she's like 20, 24 years old, 25-year-old female doing a real estate game like that. So a lot of people got rich, and then the government slowed the market down. They put a cap on it, and then whoever got stuck with too many properties, right now they're selling them a lot cheaper than what they normally would sell those for. Uh, this stuff over here sell for half a mil, $1 million easy. My wife's girlfriend got a spot not too far from where I'm at in Ho Chi Minh City over here. Her house $1 million, $1 million house. She's 30 years old. So, and to me and you, they don't look like $1 million houses. But over here, I mean, they're nice. They're super nice. When they that much money, they nice. But they'll charge you more for location and the neighborhood versus, you have to rehab an old house. You still might be paying 500,000 to 600,000 for it. You have to rehab it, put money into it. Then by the time you get done, it might be worth $1 million. So that goes on over here. Um, People are renovating old houses so you could get into that real estate game. You could actually be a foreigner and buy and rehab and flip over here too. That game is still available. And right now, this is the best time to do it. Like I said, the market's down. So, worst case scenario, you holding. The good thing about Vietnam, if you holding over here, it's not hard to rent stuff. It's not hard to cash flow because always people everywhere needing somewhere to stay, wanting a better spot, or it's a lot of people in the big city. So it's not like in America where you got so much inventory that people can pick and choose, take their time. And over here they're like, yo, I need that spot now. I just got a job down the street. I need to, how much can I get that for? Boom, I'm in there. Next day they'll be moving in. Yeah, ain't no, oh, wait 10 days, we got to do this, that. No, they'll be in, they'll give you the money, do the contract, boom, they'll be up in there, and that's a wrap. If you check on a property in Vietnam, a lot of times you got to be ready to buy it. Because I remember when the market was hot, it's like, yo, either you going to buy it right now or I'm about to sell this. So that's what goes on over here. And so, okay, hang on a second. Oh, hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. Yep, I'm on a live real quick. So I heard you, and I'll call you right back. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. The live be live. Yeah, I gotta answer. That's my wife calling. So y'all ain't fixing me dinner. Y'all don't be washing my clothes. So you had to pause. I had to answer that call right there. Um, yeah, so that's what's up with the real estate game. You can still make a lot of money. You can invest. You don't have to live here. That's what Siri threw up the website. That VietnamLandForSale.com. That's one of my sites. I'm gonna deploy a couple of more over here because when I do optimization on my websites, I'll push two or three websites out and try to gain market traction on Google. So it's for placement purposes. So Vietnam, that's just like a starter page, like a jump page, tells you something about me, shows you I'm over here. I got on the contact page, you can key your information in and send me your info if you're interested in any type of consulting services for relocating over here, travel, the real estate game, business, investments, or like I said, just travel, vacation stuff. So you can contact me through that website. Now I don't have to give out my website or my domain or my email address every time. So you just go to that website, go to the contact page, and you can contact me through the contact page, and I'll respond back. So I think that's my time here, 40 minutes, because I got to get down the street. This was just a brief, overview live on the real estate game, Vietnam, just to give you some intel. I'll show you some pictures on another video of the spot that I'm building over here. We started building that like 5 months ago, so it's almost done. Doing the last final stuff, getting some stuff finished up on the outside, and the windows and doors are about to go in. Then I'll get y'all some pictures of that. The reason why I show y'all that stuff is I'm showing you can do it, because you seeing me doing it, you can do it. If you out there and you don't think you can do it, you can do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to. One day I put my mind to it 9 years ago, and hey, I'm here in it. So don't necessarily take that long, but hey, whatever time it take. Just keep pounding away at it till it comes. All right, y'all. I got to get over here. My watch broke, so I got to take it back to the dude. Y'all know over here it's a big market over here in Saigon called the Ben Thanh Market, and so it's a huge market full of Nike and Reebok and all kinds of cool watches and stuff. You can buy stuff like this for like $50. Nice watches, $100. Stuff like that. They got knockoffs, I'm sure. People in the States, is that real or is that fake stuff? I'm like, how is a real fake watch? Is that a real Hublot watch? I don't care. I paid $65 for it. It's real to me. And I could buy like 50 of them, you know what I'm saying? Have my collection popping, red, green, orange, yellow. Whatever dummy out there spending $20,000 or $30,000 for a watch, that's their business, I'm not him. I'm not doing that. It's not necessary for me. But anyway, they got a cool market. Y'all can check that out. All right, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. Got to go. Appreciate everybody. Thanks, C. Marie, for doing the moderator. And I'll holler at y'all in a hot second. Peace, everybody. This is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace. All right, y'all. Peace.